Howdy folks, Argsy here. Welcome back to Taheton County, here on the farm with Aunt and Uncle, helping them bring the farm up to scratch, modernise it and bring it into the 21st century, because I think after our first few hours here with them on the harvest, starting harvest, things are a little bit behind the times, including the fact that we're about to run this combine down pretty much the main road with the header attached. We've got Uncle, he's following along behind us with the truck, with his hazards and everything like that on, but we're going to cause quite a bit of drama here, I think. This is certainly going to be something we will be looking to help them fix, and we'll get a header trailer at the very least. Ideally, we'd upgrade this old girl because she's done some hours, and I think it's probably about time they got a new combine, and that would be a big improvement. I heard some of the comments about the maintenance requirements on these gleaners, calling them silver seeders, everything like that, so hopefully we're not losing too much crop out the back. But we're just going to make as quick a progress as we can. Hope that header's not hanging across with this car coming. Try and get off the road as much as we can to make sure. Oh, there we go, they got past okay. So we're just going to head down. We've got a field of soybeans to carry on with, and then I think, talking to Uncle, we're actually going to have to change over to corn. Oh, I don't know whether we were going to make it through the sign in the car there, but we're going to have to change over to corn because the third of the soybean fields is actually tucked in behind a couple of corn fields. So again, maybe a little bit of planning there and some efficiencies with the planting to make sure we didn't have to swap around with harvesting all the time. Could have been avoided, but anyhow, lots to do, lots to think about, and lots of ways we can help them improve the farm. But let's carry on down the road. It's a wee way back down here, like I think we described last time, just up before the train crossing, or it might actually be under the train crossing, I'm not sure, but before the main road which turns back down into town. But I think I said last time, and I was having a little bit of a look at the farm map. All of this farm in here, all this area in here on the right, all these trees and everything, this is all part of Uncle and Auntie's farm, right up here to the road, including this cornfield here on the right. So we'll take a proper look at the map once we've got a bit more time. Oh no, we're going to get caught out here on this narrow bridge. Oh, there's the header. And we're going to get... Alright, let me sort this out because we're going to cause a traffic jam, because I expect it's probably going to be quite a queue of cars behind us. Oh, alright. We're going to have to get out, direct a bit of traffic around us here, and figure out how we're going to get across here. Alright, we made it past the bridge. We've managed to be able to pull over here. There's a double lane going up the hill, which is handy. It allows the traffic behind us to get past and get clear. But like I said, we don't want to be driving around as much as we have to without having this header on the front. So we'll get up to the field and we will go and make a little bit of a start. Hopefully, we'll have to go and check that snoot on the side there, crop divider, and make sure we haven't done any lasting damage, but it is what it is. There's the train going across the bridge. Right, let's get on up here and go and make a start in these beans. Well, I think this is the field just up here on the left, so I'm just going to slowly, hopefully there's nothing behind us, ease our way out there into the middle of the road, because we are going to be turning into here. Just wait for this pickup to go past, then we should be good. So hopefully nothing's going to try and be silly and overtake us. No, we're all good. Are we holding anything up? Doesn't look like it. Can't see anything back there, so that's good. So let's just get ourselves up here into the field. Uncle said we could have a go with the combine this time if we liked. He's happy to drive the truck around a little bit. We'll just get out and go and take a quick look here at the crop. Yep, Uncle's made it through just fine. Right, let's go and have a look in here. Certainly not the weeds in this field, quite like there was the other one. Wonder if this one may have been ploughed beforehand. Not sure. But things looking a little bit better. Let's go and make a start. See how it goes. We'll fire things up here, get that header spinning, get it lowered down. Let's make our way here into the field. There we go. Cracking into it, getting it opened up. Now, don't know what's the yield looking like. 86. A little bit down on that other field. That was up about 90 as well. So maybe the weeds didn't make much of a difference. It's more the preparation that went into the fields. Maybe this is just a not quite as well performing field. Who knows? But there we are. We're up and underway. Didn't even manage to plant right to the edges either. Again, another example, already looking around, where we could add at least a combine width the whole way around the field, and you can imagine In fact, we'll check out once we've gone once around the field how many bushels we've managed to get off the crop and add that in again, and just imagine how much more potential profit there is, even without having to cut down the trees. We're not even getting into the tree line or anything, which is something else we'll have to consider. But anyhow, let's carry on, let's get into this. I guess we're going to be selling these down at the same place again, so we'll get Uncle, he'll be running the truck down there and getting those sold, and we'll just be carrying on here with the harvesting. So, crack into it and catch up with you in just a little bit. Making our way along pretty much our last pass here. I'm going to call this a bonus row, not a row of shame or anything like that. I've tried to pick it up, but just a little bit too narrow on the header there. We had to do this a little bit up the end here where it's a little bit wider anyhow, so yeah, call it a bonus row, a little bit more. Taking one truckload down to the sell points. You see there we've gone up to $30,000. There's one combine load in the back of the truck, 350 bushels. And we've got another 89, 90 bushels here to go into it, so probably about half of the truck, which isn't too bad. So we'll have to go and get that unloaded, but that will work out quite well, because while one of us is unloading that, the other can go and get the corn header sorted out. We obviously will have to escort the combine back up to the farm just to make sure as we run this back down that road that we don't have any issues. Particularly mindful of that narrow little bridge. Now at the start of the field I said, I wonder how much we would get doing one lap of the field. Well, one lap about half filled the combine, so there's about 175 bushels just off going around the field once, and I reckon you could probably get 200 bushels just by making an extra pass around the field to head it with. But there's quite a bit of land, there really is, where we could expand some of these fields and find some bonus farmland and some bonus crop, and therefore some extra income. So lots of things to consider as we move forward. But anyhow, that's us done. The last little piece here finished off. 96.5 bushels, made it worthwhile. Get that turned off, we're going to unload into the truck, and then it's time to move down and get into some corn. Alright, there we are. Everything unloaded, so we're going to get something set up. We'll get Uncle to run along behind us again with his hazards on, and we'll negotiate our way back down to the farmyard. Right, looks pretty clear there to the left, just as a car comes down the hill. I'll sneak out in front of them, and hopefully we can find somewhere we can pull over and let them go past. Obviously you don't have to go quite so far down the road as we did last time, until we get to the turn off to head up to the farm, and then we should be on what is a pretty narrow little lane. Just make sure we're pulled right over. Don't know why those guys are driving in the fast lane. Should be pulling over and they're overtaken. Anyhow, let's get on back up to the yard. We're going to get this header disconnected, pick up the corn header, and we'll go and make a start in the cornfield. We're just approaching the narrow little bridge. I'm looking a long way ahead of us up the road there, and I can't see any traffic, so I'll pull out a little bit. Sit here in the middle of the road, make sure make it through here without clipping the header. There we go. It was a little bit better negotiated than last time. And we are, so we're going to have to wait for this car before we can turn up the road. Just make sure we're pulled off far enough to the right, and it's actually going to not have to wait for them at all. We're going to get there after they've gone past. So there we are. Let's head on up this way and carry on up to the yard. Right, we're just going to drop the header off here on the gravel. Just get in there and detach the PTO. That should be all we need to do. Back up in here, and there we are. That is off. Now we'll spin back around, head on up into the shed there, and go and pick up the corn head. Now Uncle, he can actually get going. He can head on up and deliver those soybeans. So we'll send him off up and doing that. We can go and make a start on the corn. Of course, it's going to be a busy time in the corn, so we might actually look to get back on the truck and run that, and leave Uncle to handle dealing with the there we go, just getting that attached, dealing with the combine. We've made it over to the field. Uncle's up and underway. We had a bit of a chat when we were over in the yard, and he decided that he'd make a start in here, and by the time he's full we should be able to get down and back with the truck with the soybeans. So we're just going to leave him there. Just having a look through here. This crop's not too bad. No weeds or anything. There's a little bit of a little small stuff growing down the bottom, but nothing to worry about. Should be going pretty well. Now I probably shouldn't be doing this running through a crop while there's a combine working in there, because Uncle won't have a clue where I am, and I really don't know where he is. Only safe thing is that it's quite a narrow field, and we should be able to get across it well and truly before he makes it back. But there we go. Over and out. And if we just jump and turn around back up here, can we see where he is? Not quite. Heading down around there somewhere. Oh yes, just over, right down in the very bottom of the corner. So we'll leave him running there. Just head back over here to the yard. Still haven't had a chance to catch up with Aunt. I think she's out doing some errands or something like that, I think Uncle said. So let's go and grab the truck. We'll head on down to the grain sale point, GW Grains. We'll go and get that unloaded, and make sure we can't go through the ditch. Make sure we get back here in time for Uncle to keep moving. There we are. We ended up with 439 bushels of soybeans off that field. So it was probably because we had a little bit in the truck when we got up there, probably about a load and a half, maybe a little bit less. We're going a little bit of a different way to the sell point this time. We're going to have to go down the main road. We're going to head on this way. A little bit of a, it's a big chicken farm in here on the right. Chickens or hogs, one or the other. Which makes me wonder, I wonder if Uncle's thought about baling any corn stalks or anything like that. I know there's a few cattle farmers around here who might like to use it. I might have a quiz on it. See if he's thought about doing that before. Obviously we don't have a baler. Very limited with what we've got, to be honest, but I do wonder if he's thought about doing that at all. Right, anyhow, we're just going to get into grain hauling mode. Time lapse some of this, and we'll see what we've got further through the field. tell you what, this cornfield has not taken very long at all, and I feel like we've been on the go pretty much the whole time. Obviously a higher yielding crop does keep us a little bit busier. Now you would have seen we went down into town. I had a look at the prices, rang around a few of the different grain merchants, see who had the best price, and it was the place down in town. So that was where we went to. A bit of a different adventure as well, nice going somewhere a little bit different. But there we are, all intent purposes finished. We'll go round and just tidy up those corners. Of course, we can't blame Uncle for that, that is course play's fault, but that's us done here in this field. Good to get the first lot of corn there all opened up and done. Now we'll head over this way, and next time we will be down here. So we've got one more cornfield, and this is a big one, and the soybean field. We'll just sprint a little bit faster. So the soybean field's nice and regular, just a skinny little one here. Lots of weeds in this one though as well, so not sure what the difference between this one and this and the first one and the second field are, but and the corn in here as well. So looking pretty good. No, I'm optimistic about things. We've already got $45,000 in the bank. Obviously don't get much off the corn, but the higher yield does have a bonus for us. But that is us done. I'm starting to make a list of things we can do to help turn things around here at the farm. So far I've got hire an agronomist, get some soil data taken, and seeing what we can do to try and maximize the yield from that. Can we increase the field sizes? Where can we find some space? Some cheap, easy space to access. I'm not talking about cutting down trees yet. That's kind of stage 2 of the field expansion. But where can we look to try and expand our fields? Can we buy some grain bins? Can we put some grain bins up on the farm? Get some augers and things like that and store our crops to sell them at a more optimal time. These 3 kind of quick and easy fixes I think that we have. There's also some other improvements we need to look at. The shed, can we get that shed finished? Can we improve on some of the equipment? But for now, I think starting out there, baling corn stalks, is that an option as well? We haven't done it here, we haven't captured any, but can we find a baler or find a farmer at least locally who might be interested in buying some corn stalks off us? So again, something to consider, but we're just going to box on and get everything finished here for this season, and then we can start to make some plans around those. But there's 4 already things that I've identified that can try and improve the outlook here for the farm. So if there's anything else you guys could suggest, please leave some comments down below. I'm open to all and any suggestions. But for now, I'm all done here for the day. We will be into these crops next time, and I think, considering how we've gone today, we should be able to knock both these fields out and start to look forward to what we're going to do next. But anyhow, as always, I hope you've enjoyed that episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.